so you're on some timeline with me, Jessica Seeley. I'm here recording in my apartment. And I wherever you're listening, I hope that you're just fine because listen, I went to Cafe Gratitude yesterday. A weird culty vegan place that I happen to like. I spent $70. Can I afford that? No. But I wanted to eat that, and they always ask you a question. And the question was, what do you aspire to? And I was like, honestly, I aspire to not completely snap and lose it. For me, that's good enough right now. Whatever else is happening, like I aspire to not go down a crazy rabbit hole, join a weird cult, cause a lot of harm. I aspire to keep my cool and to be helpful until I die. And that sounds great. And I'm not saying don't lose it. Like you can lose it. You know what I mean? You can yell in your apartment and take a nap and cry and have a weird day. I just hope that you find a way in your life to take enough time for yourself to not completely lose it, because that's what I'm doing. I like that I've carved out time in my life. No money, especially since I just drop it all at Cafe Gratitude. But time I managed to have to just sit and feel weird. And then the other question that Cafe Gratitude asked was, what part of yourself are you hiding from yourself? Ooh, a little shadow work. I think I do a lot of shadow work. I think I do a decent amount. I think I have a pretty good grip on what a little freak I am. And I think I'm pretty aware that any moment I could slip into being a total villain. And I'm okay with that. I'm not afraid of being bad. I know human nature. It's okay. But I'm just going to focus on my actions, which is making sure I have time to chill out and making sure I have time, feel enough resources to put other people ahead. Fill up my own cup with lots of naps and cries and TV and whatever else. Comedy helps. And then make sure everyone around me is decently okay. How I'm doing that, I don't know. It's Daniel Webb Day. It's a really fun chat. And kind of friend crush, honestly, friend crush. Hilarious, most talented person. Showed up, started playing my Wurlitzer, which doesn't get a lot of love in here. And so was grateful for that and chatted about such fun stuff. And then ended with, I think, some really inspiring kind of motivational sort of ways to tap into this moment in time. I am having a lot of thoughts about time and this timeline. I've thought about rebranding because I thought of a name that I think is a better name in terms of branding. But sometimes when shit really hits the fan, I just like still get attached to like, God, this is some timeline, huh? It's just like I feel connected to processing in this way right now, even though marketing not that good. But hey, I've got 30 of you, exactly 30, who listen every time right when it comes out. And you are the some timeline 30. So you know who you are. You're going to be the original 30. You're the old money. Whoever else comes in is the new money. Yes, I've been watching The Gilded Age, and I gotta say, the old money has a point. The new money, no taste, no class. Doesn't know how to hold your house in the British way. And then I've also been having this lady come up on my timeline that like works for really rich people, like in meeting their needs and their luxuries, and she records their calls, and they're so nuts. And then one of the comments was like, "Yep, that's that new money," and I was like, "Yeah, that's the new money." Anyway, so back to time. Oh, I have a couple quotes. This is from Doppelganger. She quotes Allah Abd El Fattah from You Have Not Been Yet Defeated, which, by the way, I finished Doppelganger. Loved it. Great twist in the epilogue as relates to Naomi Wolf. Listen, part of listening to this podcast is going to be realizing that it takes me 6 months to finish every book. And thank you for being on that journey with me. But I liked this quote that she uses. Haunt the dreams of your comrades and the nightmares of your enemies. Live in the future that never came. Be a specter, a memory, and a herald. Remind them that the current state was not inevitable until it came to be. Do not occupy yourself with the question of why this very possible future failed. Leave the victorious to grope for answers. Be the question and do not heed your impotence. A ghost has no need for material presence or action. You just need to shimmer. Okay. And I've been thinking a lot about, I guess, the question of why. Why has this happened? Why is a hard question. Whenever I'm asking why, I'm not doing that well. But I like being a ghost of a question. That feels exciting to me. I'm like a ghost of another timeline. I went to the Getty with my partner after talking to Daniel. And there was a couple shows there. And one of them was called $3 Bill, like Evidence of Queer Lives. And it had like kind of a lot of sort of like history, sort of art pieces. And I kind of was thinking about how, like, when I learned history in school, you know, these dates and timelines and stuff like that, I always had this sense that they like weren't that relevant. Like we were outside of any kind of, you know, the history teachers would always say, we need to learn this because history repeats and we need to like learn from history. But I always had this sense from what I was learning that no, we were on an upward trajectory. It was like slavery was done. Whatever happened to Native people, we're sorry and we've made it better because reservations or whatever else. Like there was this sense, I had in elementary school, we're talking like third grade with my little textbooks, that like it wasn't real. I wasn't really that related to people in history. Like they made mistakes. We're not going to. We're sort of not a part of that. Like people from history aren't really real people. They don't really like cool cartoons. They're all in black and white. They just don't get it. And there is still that kind of sense to me of like, oh, historical people don't fuck. They don't make good music. They don't. But yeah, they're part of the whole thing, and they're the same. And in the $3 Bill show, there was this timeline of AIDS. What was it called? It was called. Well, it was by group material, and it, just like kind of had a history of AIDS timeline, and it was like 1979 to 1996, and it kind of like, I really like sat within that timeline of like everything that happened, how long it took the science to get there, how long it took like the activism to get really organized. Activism was always there. But also just like sitting within like the parallels of what is happening now, sitting with like the horror of what an apocalypse that was, and what an evil administration the Reagan administration and the Bush administration was, in terms of it's just like homophobia and blatant like desire to just let people die. And the money just kept going to the military. And that's what's happening now. And there was just like a lot of weird parallels to like now, like, I guess that like when Reagan became president, it was like, oh, we won by a landslide. And then he only won 27% of the popular vote. And there's just like a lot of fuckery in that. In 1988, he signed some bill that was like $5.2 billion budget for a strategic defense initiative called Star Wars. And that was like only a small percentage of the military budget, just like blowing money on the military. But anyway, I don't know what the point of me saying all this. I guess go to the Getty and see some of their, if you're in LA, exhibits. There's the $3 bill, and then like queer lens. It was called like Through a Queer Lens, and his photography exhibit. But I just really liked a lot of the kind of presence of the history there, the presence of queer people through history, especially since this crisis, which happened in my lifetime. Pretty much I was born in the middle of it. And ACT UP pretty much started the year I was born. And that's pretty special. ACT UP is one of the most beautiful activist organizations that is so inspiring. And, you know, whenever people say like, oh, protesting doesn't matter, whatever, when you like look at this group of history, any like little cluster of any kind of movement, like just seeing it like on a timeline of like, these guys did this, and then you can kind of see how it pushes things forward. But it's also just like such a part of the history is the pushback. Like, be a part of the pushback and be a part of people power. I didn't know I was going to go on such a long rant about that. I'm just like, I think it's interesting to look at all of time and see ourselves within it. Well, and just like how strongly growing up and in general, I had this sense of like history doesn't repeat, but it's like so deja vu. I only have a couple other updates for you guys. One, I'm pretty afraid of my butthole falling out. I sit on the toilet a lot and look at my phone, coming up with ideas like this stuff for you guys. And I feel this kind of soreness in my butt that I'm going to try to eat a lot of fiber, drink a lot of water, not sit on the toilet, work on my strength in my public pubic. My public floor is my pubic floor. It's funny to call it a public floor. It's been closed to the public for a little while and to the private. Okay. What else? I went to Catalina Island and did some snorkeling and had to kind of do some reconnecting with nature. Saw a lot of really great animals, whale, dolphins, moa. You know moa, the sunfish from that video, where he's like, what the fuck is that, Jay? And sea turtle, flying fish. Every flying fish I saw got quickly eaten by a sea lion. Hella other fish. Somebody told us we were right by some leopard sharks, but I was too tired to go any further and go look, because I'm PMSing and always having a meltdown. But something Naomi Klein talks about in her book is, I wish I had it pulled up because she's actually talking about someone else's ideas. But it's basically this idea of, sometimes I get sad when I'm in nature because I'm like, oh, it's sick. I don't even want to like engage with it and like look at it because we're destroying it. Have you guys had this where you're like, oh, I used to come here and there was more fish or whatever. And she was saying like kind of connecting, like relating to the earth as in it needs more love, like it's disabled. And we're living in such a way, with pandemics and environment that we're disabling a lot of each other and the environment itself. But we need to give more support and more love and more attention to people's and any system that is disabled. Okay, it's a disability rights theorist, Sunara Taylor, that is whose ideas she was talking about, and Leanne Betta Samasoke Simpson. When I think of the land as my mother, or if I think of it as a familial relationship, I don't hate my mother because she is sick or because she's been abused. I don't stop visiting her because she's been in an abusive relationship and she has scars and bruises. If anything, you need to intensify that relationship. Anyway, my intro has been mostly a really bad book report and art gallery report today. And luckily, I'm not still in school. Hopefully, my butthole doesn't fall out. Hopefully, you enjoyed this talk with the wonderful, talented, super smart Daniel Webb. All right. Thanks, guys.
Saying this, they were like at a mansion in Malibu.
Yeah.
And they're like, the sound of the waves crashing. I just couldn't do it. I was like, bitch, I'll suffer. Right? Like, I'll close the window, but my friend thinks it would make her like
the waves crashing?
Like the constant. She feels like it would be like...
I haven't thought about that because I am like, oh, that's like the most beautiful sound in the world.
That's how I feel.
But I haven't ever had to be constant. So maybe it would bother me. It's like, shut up.
Well, or it's like, eventually like, is this the one? Is this the one? Is this the one? Which one is going to take my house away?
Oh.
So then it's like multiply that by...
I'm good to be swept away.
Take me fucking away. Are you kidding me? Are you nuts? I watched this video.
Take me away.
I just went to Hawaii, and so now my fucking algorithm is all weird, right? And it was a video on how to spot, what is it called, a riptide?
Oh, yeah.
What pulls you out or whatever it is, rip current. And I was watching it, like safety thing, what to do, right? There's updated information.
Yeah.
And then I turned it off because like, what am I doing? I want to be swept away. Like, why am I looking for a way out?
Exactly. Are we recording? Are we? Oh, okay. This is it. We're doing it.
Okay. Hi. You play Switch? Don't let me direct this. I'm sorry.
No, I actually want you to because I was thinking today, like, I don't really have any... I honestly am just doing a podcast because I'm trying to trick people into hanging out with me.
I'm in.
So
I'm here. It worked.
Ooh, mostly I like Zelda.
Why?
It's colorful. I like to be so agile. You can fly on a glider and then grab onto the cliff.
Yeah.
And I like to imagine I could do that in real life. Like even when I go to Griffith Park, I go hiking.
Yes.
I'm like, if I could glide from there to there, and then I would just grab onto the side and crawl up.
Yeah. A flight is like a dream of mine. I think it's common. And in my dreams, right, when I'm like, and this is a reoccurring thing for me, is like if I'm running from something, right, or I'm late, either one of those scenarios, in my lucidity, I can go, wait, you're dreaming, remember? And then I remember that I can't fly, but I can jump like Luigi in Super Mario Brothers 2, where he goes really high, but he doesn't go, you know what I mean? He doesn't cover a lot of distance. He gets great height, but it really makes me feel like I'm getting further.
See, I want to be like Peach and just do a float.
I'm so Peach. Yeah. You know, I'm old. Did you have Game Genie?
I'm old too, I think.
Not as old as I am. Did you have Game Genie? Do you know what that was?
No.
Okay, so look it up later. But it was Nintendo, old Nintendo, the cartridge, right? Mm-hmm. Game Genie was a gold attachment that you stuck to the end of that and then force fed that into the old Nintendo. and it unlocked a book of codes, and then that would amplify your powers. So the princess would like float, 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 and then she would float forever.
Wow.
So you can win the game, but I would play just because you could fly.
Yeah, I want to hook in a little game genie to myself.
Amplify your powers.
That's why I love all these tech geniuses, because they're going to help us to transform into our next evolution.
I'm totally into like, give me a VR helmet and then just deliver food to me. I don't need anything else, right? Like I'm ready to submit to the AI universe.
To the Ready Player One.
Yeah, if it's like, here's what I want. I want Mario Kart, but in the sky, right? There's no real flying. I know you've coast and stuff.
Like Rainbow Road?
Yeah, but fucking flying. Speaking of Rainbow Road, and you said Griffith Park. In COVID, right, I started running, quote unquote, but it was up and down. I'd run up to the observatory and down. And I am not in shape, but I would take about 100 milligrams of weed.
Wow.
But on the way down, right, because you're running downhill and high as shit, I actually would feel like I was flying.
That's awesome.
With like Janet Jackson in my headphones.
Swimming is like flying.
You're so speaking my language right now.
Yeah.
Can we cue some like ocean waves under this?
Yeah, we can.
I'm so frustrated with adults who can't swim. And I understand that there's a lot behind why, like the reasons. It can be fear, whatever, like therapeutic. But I'm like, the number one reason you need to know how to swim other than safety is because you fucking fly.
Yeah.
You can be down at the bottom and be like, you know what I want to do? I want to go there.
Yeah.
And you all over there. Yeah.
I love to... I grew up in Cerritos, and there's a giant public pool there.
Yes.
First time I saw a lot of naked ladies, adult women.
Oh.
Interesting.
Hell yeah.
Interesting as
like,
a child.
All out?
Yeah. And like, in the showers.
Oh, that.
Yeah,
yes.
not like in the pool.
Yeah, it's so European that.
Yeah, interesting. Interesting when you're a child, because you're like, my body doesn't relate to what's going to happen.
Well, and naked strangers.
Yeah.
Naked adult strangers is shocking. Yeah. Wait till you go to the men's room and you're like, just changing your bathing suit.
I need to go into the men's room.
I mean, yeah. Fuck it up.
I need to go into the men's part of the Wee Spa.
We went to the Blue Lagoon in Iceland. My dad and I. We did.
Oh, nice.
And it is a cool destination. But before and after, there's showers encouraged, and it's so European. Plus, Iceland's just a stop for everybody. And my dad, he's so quaint in his Texas non-European, very American ways, is that he was the only one showering in the stall, right? Hidden. Right. And then everybody else was just like gross old man, bush out.
Yeah. When I go to the Wee Spa, the only people I see that are like insecure, like, oh, we have to be naked in here, are like the more conventionally attractive, thin shaved, like young women. And they're like, oh, I can't, I don't know. And I'm just like, and then there's just like old women with weird skin shit.
Yeah.
Like, and then they're just like there.
That's
and I'm
living.
just like, yes.
I was in Cadiz, Spain, Cadiz. I'd never been there anyway. Well, long story short is that this lady, there's staircases everywhere. This old woman, when you like, it's like she was going like holding the rail arm over arm to get up the staircase, right? The whole time. And the bitch had like a lit Benson and Hedges, like the whole time. She's inhaling, exhaling, inhaling just to get up the stairs. And she had to be 9,000 years old.
Right.
And I was watching her do this, and I was like, that is actually like living. Whatever that bitch is doing is it.
Yeah.
And, all these other people who are taking it, the healthy way are wrong.
I know. I agree.
So wait, you'd be in the pool in Cerritos.
Oh, yeah. There wasn't a story there. It was an anecdote. That's where I first learned to swim in the swimming lessons. And I just remember always being like, kick. Yeah. It was always just about kicking. And I love to swim now. I'm pretty out of shape in this moment. And I know this because I go to the public pool sometimes to swim laps. And I feel like the lifeguard has been like standing in my lane watching me, because
they're spotting you.
Because I'm like, I know it looks like I'm about to drown.
No.
And you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
My boyfriend's Hawaiian, so he knows the spots. We just went to Hawaii, and it's lucky. But he took me to a beach where it's super immediate. It's on North Shore at the calm time of year.
Okay.
So it's like normal beach, and then all of a sudden it's deep 20 feet or something. And there's fish and like turtles, all this kind of shit.
Nice.
But calm. So you really can like get down there and like swim.
I love that.
I think it's just all about just like breath when it comes to swimming, right? Can you like control your breathing?
I guess, but I've been feeling a little like, oh, my power isn't enough and I'm going down a little bit.
Did you ever watch Rainbow Bright?
No.
See, that's my. Oh, you got to.
What's Rainbow Bright?
Oh my God, you don't know Rainbow Bright?
What's Rainbow Bright?
Okay, she was like easy 80s, like it's Japanese animation, but it was like I don't know if she was popular over there, but very American.
I never did so much anime stuff.
It's not in that department. It's like it's like Care Bears.
Okay.
It's in that wheelhouse. Smurfs, right? It's that kind of thing. She had cartoons. Okay, so Rainbow Bright and the Color Kids. So they're all it's all gay. The best part is the villain is Murky Dismal. Easily one of the top 5 best villain names ever. Like Murky and Dismal. And his doofus assistant is Lurky. So they're Murky and Lurky, right? So good. Which is actually my name on Grindr. Murky Lurky. But anyway, Rainbow Bright has a rainbow belt. And it's a rainbow with a star. And it is energized, whether depending on how up to no good Murky is. But you just need that when you're swimming. You need a star belt.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and I need the genie. What is it called? The genie attachment to the Nintendo?
Oh, the Game Genie.
The Game Genie.
We're going to upload your life.
I need the rainbow belt. I need little enhancements.
What else do you play on Switch? What else? I'm so old I can't read your games from here. Do you play Katamari? Do you know that?
Oh my gosh. Is that on Switch?
Yeah, they had it on PlayStation, but they have it on Switch.
I played that growing up.
Oh, I'm obsessed with it.
I'm like creatively inspired by that game.
It's both. Yeah.
I love when the like king guy would come on and he was like your dad and he would be like, I'm so disappointed in you, son.
You call that a star?
Yeah, I love that.
It was never praise.
No.
Yeah, it was always admonishment.
Yes.
We were in in Hawaii they have for Memorial Day. They have like a military Memorial Day ceremony on the beach, but it's also that they've forever done this Japanese lantern ceremony. Have you ever heard about that?
Yeah.
Everybody lights a fucking lantern and sends it off in the ocean.
Beautiful.
It's a stunner. There's a Japanese queen who comes and she has a wand. Yes. And she performs like a ceremony.
Oh my God.
She's ancient. She's gorgeous. And there's all these Japanese drums, huge drums. It's really breathtaking. Why the fuck am I even telling you about this? What the show we were just talking about?
Katamari.
Oh, yeah. Oh, at that ceremony, the people who give you the boats and the bag so you can do it, the bitch had a Katamari shaped bag, like the head.
I love it.
You know, where they're shaped like a Tootsie Roll?
Yeah.
Anyway, so in the middle of all that movement, I was like, girl, what's that purse? And, people are weeping.
I'm kind of boring. I kind of just like Zelda. Like I really...
Is it the walking around and the freeness?
It might be like some nostalgia too, that it's like I'm attached to this character. And I'm like, I tie it to some like child. One time my mom left. And I was like, I called my grandparents because I was like a little too young to be left. She was like, I'm just going to the store. And then she was like gone for like maybe a little too long or what.
Sure.
I was young. So it was maybe only like 20 minutes, but in my head it was like
something
hours.
Happened, of course.
So I called my grandparents and I was like, I'm scared. And then they brought over, my grandparents were gamers. They brought over their brand new Nintendo 64.
Wait a second. Are you in your 20s? You have to be in your 20s.
No, I was young when N64 came out.
Well, how old were your grandparents? That they're gamers
in their 50s. In their 50s.
Okay.
Because my grandma had my mom when she was 19.
All right.
And then my mom had me when she was 30. So
my grandfather played Duck Hunt and it blew his fucking mind. That's where, you know what I mean? So when I think about my grandparents playing Nintendo and then yours bringing an N64 over is like fucking
No, I remember them playing like the Super Nintendo and they would play like Zelda and Metroid, but I never liked the Zelda like I'm walking around and I'm talking to someone, I make a choice. I need to like sword you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. Because it lights up.
Yeah.
The sword.
Yeah.
Okay. So wait, but I interrupted. So they brought over the Nintendo 64 and
then we started playing Ocarina of Time and I was just like blown away with, you see the great Deku Tree.
Ocarina, Ocarina.
Yeah.
Do you have a Casio keyboard? Ocarina is like a killer sound.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I don't know about keyboards.
Easy old like 80s, 90s, like basic Casio.
Yeah.
If you have at least 40 sounds, Ocarina is one of them.
Oh, really?
And it's always a killer.
That'd be fun.
I have one in my house. I'll bring it over.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite. It's Zelda-ish.
Okay.
It's a flute.
Yeah, I like the music.
Yeah.
Do 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 do.
I did find on Spotify that there's like a Katamari soundtrack. But it was like, I felt like I was listening. Did you know that band Polyphonic Spree? They're like a giant choir. It's like an acid trip of a band, but it feels like a children's show.
Sounds like I would like that.
In person, sweating your ass off at a music festival, maybe high, totally. When you buy the CD and go home and put it on, you are an idiot. Like, that's what I felt like. I was like, I'm a buffoon. What am I doing? I'm a clown.
I see.
I'm just doing the dishes to what? Barney? What have I done?
I was listening to Moulin Rouge before you came over.
Oh, soundtrack is a little different. Which one?
Moulin Rouge, like the movie.
Yeah, I mean.
With Nicole Kidman.
That one. Well, there's old ones. You live in Hollywood.
I'm really...
Don't let me get old faggot on you.
I'm really ashamed at how little I know. But in my defense, if I learn about something, it just goes away.
I think that's the key to life. I am a fucking retainer and I of no choice. I
usually remember song lyrics though. Like if I hear a song, I'll remember the lyrics.
Did you play music at an early age?
Yeah. Well, like 5th grade. Not like, I wasn't like 4 years old.
I mean, I was.
Wow.
What were you playing?
I know.
Well, trumpet. They shoved us into it. It wasn't a choice. Go ahead.
Trumpet.
That was your first?
Yeah.
Where's your trumpet?
It's in the room.
I was in a band with a guy who played a bunch of other stuff, but he would play trumpet. We had the smallest rehearsal space. So his fucking horn, not euphemism, would be in my fucking face. And it was breathtaking. I love the violence of that volume.
Beautiful, beautiful instrument. I love that sound.
Underrated.
I love a trumpet sound. That's why I like ska.
Shut up. I saw the specials live.
Oh, really?
Yes. There was some free concert in Fort Worth,
I was
Texas.
like, yay, finally the trumpet and the trombone.
No.
And then there was like a big swing. Remember the swing kind of movement?
Oh, I was... Because here's the thing. I was alive for that. Your high school would have like swing dance.
Yeah.
Lessons or parties or bullshit.
And then The movie The Mask.
Oh, see, I was alive for that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was alive and I liked it. But
you did?
Yeah, well, I was pretty young in a way that I'm like, I don't hold myself accountable. But I listened to this podcast recently that had some of those guys in those swing bands like Zoot Suit Riot.
Oh my God, was it Squirrel Nut Zippers?
Yeah.
Are they that had that spooky vibe?
Yeah. And then he was like, really depressed because he was like, we're a laughing stock now.
Yes.
And we like thought we were like cool.
It wasn't a musical movement in a way that other genres can be. It has all this, because ska is. There's a political element. There's a cultural element to it, and what they were doing was like vaudeville
and the outfits. They really got bold with their outfits.
It's a costume. It's camp. You know what I mean? It's like Orville Peck is that, but we know it. It's a costume, right? We know. I mean, he's country, he's cowboy, he's queer, but like I'm not taking him seriously as a cowboy,
right?
Whereas Zoot Suit Riot really wanted us to believe it.
I know.
Do you remember Squirrel Nut Zippers?
Yeah.
They had one real spooky song, and it was on MTV all the time.
Yeah.
And then you had motherfuckers showing up to 8th grade in fedoras.
I know.
Was that you? Was that you?
Here's the thing. I did
in defense of fedoras.
I don't think I wore fedoras, but I had this crush on. I lived in Whidbey Island for high school, and I had this crush on this guy who was like the best trumpet player on Whidbey Island, and dude was like, I'm gonna be honest, like so ugly, like just genuine.
Doesn't matter.
But I was like, I love talent, and he always wore a fedora.
At what age was he?
I actually don't know how old he was. I was probably like 15.
But he was older.
I don't know. I don't really remember because I didn't know him. He was mysterious. It was just like at all the like band competitions, he'd be there. And there's this coffee shop up. I never even talked to him, but I was like, there he is.
Again.
Yeah.
You saw him on multiple competitions.
Yeah, I did. Yes. And he had this cockiness. Like, I know I'm the best trumpet player on this island.
There was a kid, he drove his mom's Saturn forever, which was, I don't know why funny, but it just wasn't. He was also the first one to have a car, but then he drove a DeLorean out of nowhere.
Wow.
But he was also the guy who showed up he looked like one of the rats from Roger Rabbit. You know what I mean? Have you seen that movie?
Yeah. I remember.
Same suit.
There was that kind of element to that movie.
It was like a Dick Tracy vibe.
Yeah.
But now it's so fashion. Like, but shoulder pads in 1996 didn't really read. But he was the same guy. He'd show up in like that hat. But he also was when the swing dance club burst on the scene at our high school. He showed up fully dressed and already knew the moves.
Wow.
He was like that person. You know what I mean? Did I say his name? I don't want to. If I said his name,
I don't think you did.
Totally nice guy.
Yeah.
His mom.
I don't think this will get back to him.
His mom was like, you know, when I was a kid, I thought like beauty was like, did it look like you made straight A's? Which was also probably like white supremacy. You know what I mean? In my heritage, it was like, did you have blonde hair? Did you have like, it was like a golden thing. You know what I mean? That was what I was exposed to.
Right.
His mom had this like cherub face. And I always thought as a kid, I was like, she's so pretty. And her son had the exact same face. And I just remember always looking at him like, he's not pretty, but they look like cookie cutter. He just had a chili bowl. That was the difference.
He had a chili bowl?
And his mom didn't.
Oh, I see. There's actually a coffee shop right up here. Most of the coffee shops in my neighborhood are like super, sorry, is my hair on it? I always have
I
hair
think
on
it's
everything.
mean though.
There's a the coffee shops in my neighborhood are like super gentrify right now. Just like super like, I don't know where everyone came from. They're like from New York and Europe. And like, I'm just like, this is bizarre. And meanwhile, there's still like condoms and dog shit everywhere. But I'm like,
Man.
But the only thing I wanted to point out was that there is a coffee shop up the street that I have to go to avoid gentrification. But it is fedora themed. He wears a fedora. He wears a fedora, and there's fedoras on every marketing, all the logos and stuff.
The door handles are fedora handles are.
I wish. I should suggest that to him.
One of my favorite things ever was this gay bar in Austin, Texas. It was kind of outside of the city, just barely, and it was called Bout Time 2. I believe there was a Bout Time 1, but no one lived to tell the tale. But it was an old Fuddruckers. You know what a Fuddruckers is? It's like a Chili's or a hamburger place.
Hot dogs.
Yeah. But the door handles were hamburgers. And that was the only thing that they didn't update when it became a gay bar. So you'd go to About Time 2, but you'd still use hamburgers to like open the thing. I want you to bleep this. Do you do any of that? I don't care.
Yeah,
whatever.
we bleep.
Okay. Because the coffee spot, do you go to... That's what I want you to bleep because I don't want people to go there. Over here?
No.
On Santa Monica, and it's right by the 101.
My listenership is very small, so I don't think even this would...
Well, they could use the business, so whatever. Yeah. Cafe Paris. It's like they're like Russian/Ukrainian owned.
I'm
probably
know this
wrong
place.
on both accounts. Right over there. Cheap coffee.
Nice.
Like meat pasty. Do you eat meat? They have like cream puffs and stuff like that. Yeah, go. It's really good.
Okay, I'll go.
If you go early enough, there's only like 2 men smoking cigars on the patio.
Nice.
If you go later, you're inundated.
Wow.
Or inundated.
I see. I could just start smoking cigars.
Did you ever smoke cigarettes?
I did, yeah.
Do you? You can say it.
No, I quit. I actually quit smoking a long time ago. Like I had to quit drinking as well, and I quit smoking before I quit drinking.
Same. I quit drinking, but now I have like 1 drink a month.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. It's more mentally when it's like just off the table. That's easier. You still, you know what I mean? Like rather than like negotiating with yourself.
Yeah, I'm a little afraid of the the katamari of being a katamari of drinking.
I get that.
Yeah.
But that's me with smoking. I cannot smoke a cigarette.
I think smoking is more addictive.
Yeah.
Like, that was harder to quit in a way, except that my brain got really latched into what happened when I was drunk.
What do you mean?
I think that, like, for me, like, whatever wiring happened in my brain while I was drinking, it was like, yeah, I think this is the best route for you. Let's keep it this way.
Totally, I get that.
Let's keep you drunk.
Yes, I get that. I can speaking from the other side. How long have you not been drinking? We don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. I know.
No, I do. 10 years.
Amazing.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's amazing. No, that's a great number. As someone so I was 2 years. I was just shy of 2 years, and I started heavily romanticizing, like honestly, just champagne and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And was like, well, like at the exact same moment was invited to like a Christmas Eve dinner when I like needed to be around people. I was like on my way there, I was driving. I was like, I'm going to have one glass of champagne. I'm going to do it. Not like I'm whatever. I'm just going to do it. I don't care. And I did. And it was nothing. And I don't mean it was nothing, but it was like, it made my body feel horrible. Like just like one glass. I was like, ugh. And none of it was there. And so every time I revisit it, that's why I'm like kind of a one drink now. It's like, it's such a reminder. I'm like, gross. This is such a negative decision for my body. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that I think I didn't actually like alcohol. Like, I think it did make me feel sick. And I think, like I was very sick right before I stopped drinking. And I was always like going to the doctor, like, oh, I have like these rashes. Oh, I'm like, you know, other symptoms that I don't want to gross everyone out with. But like, I was like, I'm dying.
Yeah.
And then I stopped drinking and then everything, my rashes went away.
Kaboom, yeah.
So I'm like, maybe I actually have like an allergy or intolerance or something.
Alcohol. It's not good for you. Yeah, it isn't. People really want to rationalize it. Like a glass of wine is fine. I'm like, no, it's all going to be bad for you. It's just cumulative, right? So, you know, but I'm with you. I remember in those 2 years, and I think one drink sets you way back, your body. Because in those 2 years, I got lots of compliments on my skin. And now people are just like, hey, what's up?
Yeah. My body figured out how to like when you first quit something, your body's like amazing, but then it like figures out how to be shitty again.
It stabilizes. Yeah. It stabilizes.
Because I like lost a lot of weight at first too, and my skin looked, and I was just like, I just quit drinking, but then like, I don't know.
Well, sugar's the fucker. That's the thing. That's what it is. Because then also my boyfriend loves to eat beignets, which I never even said the word beignet before I met him. One time we went to Cafe Du Monde, not with him, but with some friends, and the waitress, I'm a lifetime server, right? I've been a waitress for 100 years. So I side with any mean waitress all the time, right? If someone's being mean to me, something bad happened and it's not their fault.
Right.
By waitress, I mean a unisex term. But this lady was not giving it to us. She's being so mean. And we're all service industry people, not to be that, but like, we're also, but no.
I am as well.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And nor did we say any of that, right? The lady was just mean from the jump. And she's also like an older person. So it's like, if you're having to wait tables, that's hard.
Right. Yeah.
We're at Cafe Du Monde in New Orleans, and it's Sunday, Easter Sunday. So it's all the worst case scenario. And all the tables are dirty, but they're empty. And they sat us at a dirty table. Who gives a shit? We just started moving just like this. We didn't even get up. We're just standing dishes over to another table. And the waitress came back. She goes, that points to the table where we moved everything. She goes, it's not my section. And she moved every dish back in front of us, right? Every dirty dish back. We just sat there.
That's hilarious.
We were dying, but just the brazenness of it, right? Like everything she did. My friend was ordering for us. So she's like, I'll have, 3 beignets. Orders or beignet. Just everything was like an argument, right? But the entire time, she's banging the water down, right? And it's splashing all over us. And it's just so comical. But the entire time, she has all this powdered sugar on her face because the bitch has been also eating beignets behind in the back. You know what I mean?
That's so me.
Which is me too.
Because I'm a drink maker and I'm always like, oop, there's a little milkshake left.
Oh my God.
And then I go to the dish pit and I'm drinking everyone's little milkshakes.
I worked at a vegetarian restaurant and smoothies were on the menu, which was the bane of my existence because that would set you back 15 minutes, right? Because now you're fucking mixing cocktails.
Same.
But the best part was I was like, well, okay, great. I'll just make a little too much 5 times. And
I know.
Then, boom, you have a smoothie. Yeah.
I know.
I miss work. I respect working in restaurants. I probably will have to get a job at a restaurant in a month, but like I don't miss it, but I miss fucking eating. Free. I'm
like, well, I don't eat for free at my job. That's not as much of a thing as it used to be. Oh, I feel
you got to learn the computer better.
Okay.
You got to learn the POS.
Okay, we'll talk about this after the pod.
Okay, yeah. Or bleep this.
I'm like, I don't mind people having a tough time in their customer service jobs, but the thing that I feel like is the most difficult for me is like, I'm like, why does everyone who works reception or administrative for like any doctor's office like so mean? I feel I'm always like, I'm always like having this experience where I'm just like, they're so mad and they so don't give a shit. And you're like, I'm sick. Like,
Yeah.
like, I don't put pressure, whatever, I'm buying my coffee. You want to be a bitch. I don't care.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
But like,
when it comes to your health.
but when it comes to my health, I'm like, I'm scared.
Yeah. I don't think people, I wonder what, okay. So one of my friends was dating a firefighter, which was
Nice.
Yes, exactly. Until we're at a party and like we're having this exact conversation, right? But we're from the waitress side. We're talking about customers. And the firefighter guy goes, "Oh, wait do you hear about the people I deal with?" I'm like, "You mean the victims?" Like, and of course, because people in an emotional state are probably giving him all the wrong information when he just needs to know the cat is in room 204. Like he just needs to know that, right? But I was like, is the firefighter really leaving a customer complaint right now about the people he engages with? But I'm with you. I had a raw emotional moment in one time. Clearly someone was new and they were drawing my blood. I'm a gay man, so you have to have your blood tested every like 3 months. If you're a responsible member of the community, you get tested all the time. But the guy fucking stuck me like 5 times and got it wrong. Hello, look.
No, I have the same problem.
You can see these, right? You can see those veins?
No, I have the same thing. I have huge veins.
What's the problem?
And I recently donated blood, and I don't want to talk shit about the Red Cross. But they,
Let's talk shit.
They legitimately fucked up my arm.
Okay, yeah.
They bursted my vein, and now I have worst, rudest phlebotomist ever. She just like didn't give a shit. And then like... And I'm like, I'm here donating. Like, you're supposed to be like, wow, you're such a good person.
Yeah.
And then
it's not just cookies. I want some fucking feedback.
I know. I want like good.
Tell me I'm good.
Yeah, you're good. You're a good girl.
Yeah.
And so now I have like this scar tissue here and it's like pressing up against this nerve. And like, I'm like, my arm just hurts now.
No. Is that the trumpet arm?
No, this is the trumpet arm.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So this guy... And no, I'm not normally, I don't like the blood thing. Medical stuff, honestly, if I'm just like high, I'm fine. Or just knock me out, whatever. But the blood thing is really like I have to close my eyes. But he was like, stick. And then finally he was like, I have to go get another needle. So he left the room and I fucking passed out, right? Which never happens. But I think I just couldn't imagine being stuck again.
Yeah.
No blood was drawn at that moment anyway. So when they came in, they were like really babying me. Thank God.
Yeah.
But I kind of freaked out. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, what, that kind of thing. And I think they put it in my file that I'm sensitive because ever since then, the receptionist in particular, who was the person who was in there helping me up, has been super nice to me. So you just got to fucking fall on the floor once and they'll treat you like gold.
Yeah. I passed out at my doctor's office.
That wasn't enough?
I'm very fainty. This is a different thing.
Oh, okay.
This isn't, I'm at my doctor's, not the Red Cross.
Gotcha.
And my doctors are all like Russian. I think I'm the only English speaking patient at this doctor's office.
You're going to love that coffee shop.
Okay, I'm excited.
Yeah.
But I was like kind of passed out on the floor and I woke up and they were feeding me a turkey sandwich.
Wait, give me their number.
I will.
Whose sandwich was it?
But the receptionists are really rude, but the doctor's cool.
Was there
It was her sandwich that the doctor brought for herself. It was a good sandwich.
Was there like a spicy mustard? They're like waving under your nose?
It was literally only turkey and bread and it was the best sandwich ever.
Wow. That was a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why she's mean, because she
no,
fucking
she's
ate
nice.
her. Oh, okay.
She's nice, but
Are you Russian?
No, I'm not.
How did you stumble upon this Russian only?
Just that's what my insurance put me under.
Same, I get that.
Yeah.
My last doctor, thank fucking God he left. He was so broy. And I'm like, I'm a gay man, you deal with gay male issues. And most of my doctors have been women or old gay men, which are like basically the same person, right?
Right.
This guy, everything, he was like, literally the last time I saw him, he was like, so you want any like vaccines before those are like illegal?
That's so funny.
It's funny, but I was like, fuck you. Like, but also, I don't know. Well, I'll see you around the streets is literally
That's
what
crazy.
he said. Fist bump. Horrible. And he does talk like that. He has this like SoCal, like, I hated him.
That's not what I want. Yeah.
Not all. And the thing was, I was like, things like PrEP, you need to be consistent with your medicine and stuff like that. And even more so if you have like the USAID stuff with PEPFAR and the ending of HIV medicines, the biology of HIV is if you miss medicine, that thing starts to mutate and then your personal virus can become untreatable or difficult or resistant, right? PrEP is not as dangerous, but access to that is becoming very limited under the Trump administration right now because they're trying to take all of it away. And so my question was, what do I do if like, you know, you're without, because I can't afford PrEP. That shit's expensive too, right? And now it's covered. And he was like laughing. I was like, do I skip days? Do I skip weeks? What do I do? And he was like, I mean, this thing is just like have protected sex. I was like, I mean, yes, but I'm asking a serious medicine question. I'm not like asking for that. Like, what do I do about this? And I was like, I need a fucking faggot in here right now. Like, fuck you. Like, I was like, get on your skateboard and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm glad but I have no idea what nightmare I'm going to get assigned next. I have to go find Dr. Hunting.
Yeah. Let's not deal with him anymore. That's so, for when you said like, oh, before like vaccines are illegal, I thought like he was like afraid of like anti-vaxxers or something.
No, I think it was a nod to the damage that RFK Jr. and that is.
But insensitive though.
And also like, are you getting paid for these vaccines, motherfucker? Like, I don't know. I can only laugh with the Queen. I can't laugh with him.
Well, sense of humor in a doctor's office, that's a tricky line to walk.
I would be furious if I was like terminal and my doctor was ever funny.
Do you watch that movie Patch Adams?
Fuck
with
no.
Robin Williams?
No, but I know what you're talking
about. I watched that recently, and the whole premise, not really. I do love Robin Williams, sure. But the whole premise is like he's a funny doctor, and that helps his patients,
and it works.
And but he's making the kids laugh and stuff. It's like, oh, this is heartwarming. And he goes up to this guy who's like really depressed and dying, and he's fucking mean to all the other like nurses and doctors. But Patch Adams gets him to laugh.
Of course, he does.
And makes his dying experience better.
Okay, I am into that. I mean, if you're terminal, honestly, so my uncle, he is dead. He died of cancer, but it was at the end, right? It was one of those times where we actually drove to say goodbye. He lived in Houston, I lived in Austin. Drove, spent a couple nights. He was cancer had taken its toll, right? He was not the man he used to be. He was kind of in a chair, and so we literally said goodbye. And 1,000%, I had a moment alone in the room with him and did all the bullshit, you know, and then goodbye and left and absolutely had to come back in and be like, I'm so sorry. I left my sunglasses somewhere in here. I 1,000% had that moment. Goodbye. You know, like you're leaving a party. You know what I mean? Like that. He lived for like 3 more weeks. I would leave
the sunglasses, I think.
No, they were these. Here's the unforgivable part: is that they were these really quote unquote good aviators. Who gives a shit, right? Who gives a fuck? But I was driving home westbound.
Yeah,
that was dangerous.
Yeah.
Anyway, but he lived. I drove back. I saw him again, right? Because he lived for so long. But that second time seeing him, because I think even he was like, "What the fuck? I'm so alive." His humor was through the roof. Yeah, he was knocking him out left and right, and he was not historically the funniest person, but doggies knocking at death's door, he was really like swinging them. It was great.
That's what I'm excited about for dying, because you can make jokes that you didn't get to so far.
I was roaring.
Yeah.
Other people were just kind of still like in a different state of shock, but I was like, man, he is really like, he gets it.
That's awesome.
It was a beautiful thing.
I haven't had like any doctors trying to crack jokes or anything like that. But I did have this like gynecologist one time who was like Catholic, I think. And she was, I have HPV, and she was freezing my cells on my cervix. And so she has this frozen rod up inside of me, touching my whatever. And I was just like, this is so painful.
Wild.
And she was like, it's not that painful. And she was like, try talking. Talking helps. And then she started talking about, like, she was like, oh yeah, my daughter is getting married soon, and I'm so glad she waited. And I swear to God, she was like, and I was like,
she's not having a sex before marriage conversation while she's treating your HPV.
She is. And then she said the worst things. And it's just so amazing to me that someone can be in medicine and be so ignorant, because she was like, I remember she was like, oh, it says here that you have sex with both men and women, she was like, do you know that increases your chance of HIV? And I was like, no, I don't think it does.
She said that?
Yeah. And then it gets worse.
Is it just because it suggests promiscuity?
I guess, I don't know.
As opposed to like the female factor, obviously. It's
but
like,
I'm like,
women transmit
but I'm
it?
like, if it was just women, then that'd be better than if I didn't. Do you say this?
I see. Yes,
do you say this to straight women? Like, are you like, oh, I see you have sex with men. Do you know that increases your chances of like? It's so great. But
meanwhile,
then
she should be like, I see you have sex with men. Does you know that is an increase of your chance of being murdered? Anyway, go ahead.
I'm about to tell you the worst part. Yes, true.
No, wait, go ahead. I want to hear this. No.
Did you know that they rape?
Did you know they rape and murder? Did you know that, bitch?
But then she was like, what do you like? You know, she's trying to take my mind off the pain. And then I was like, well, I like comedy. And she was like, I love Jerry Seinfeld. And here's what she said. She's inside of me, freezing.
Oh my God.
Freezing me from the inside out. And she says, she's like, oh, I like Jerry Seinfeld because he doesn't feel like he has to be dirty on stage. And I was, at the time, I'm still dirty, but at that time I was a really dirty comic. Obviously, I'm out here getting STDs and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And I just feel like the whole time she was just like shaming me.
Absolutely.
And I'm just like, don't talk about Jerry Seinfeld while you're, and then she pulls it out. It's so painful because you've seen Christmas Story when he takes his tongue off the pole.
Oh my
That's what it's like.
Because it's frozen.
It's frozen. So she
never mind.
Yeah. So she takes it out. I'm sure they do a better job now. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then she was like, oh, I didn't actually get your service. It was on the wall. It was on the wall of your.
I have to go back in.
She had to go back in.
Shut the fuck up.
It was the worst.
Who is this woman?
I don't know.
Let's dox this woman.
I don't know.
Like,
We have
that's crazy.
I don't think I would have any way of looking up, but it was in Oakland.
Were you at a young age then?
I was like 23, I think.
Had you had like experience with this procedure before to know that it's like, hey, don't do that, her, or you're on the wall, like all the red flags?
No, but like when she was telling me like this isn't really painful, I was like, oh, it's in my head, you know. But
that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't ever like. I can't imagine. Here's the thing: it's like men complaining about anything medical is like. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't experience anything near the like weird shit that women have to go through because what's the rotation of doctors you have, you know what I mean, treating you, and especially when it's a new male. What the fuck? Like, there's no like, you don't get a drink first. You know what I mean? You just have to walk in there and be like, I'm okay with this. Yeah.
What's weird about it is we have like anesthetics and we have ways of relieving pain. But for women, they're just like, no. I think that they're starting to like
care.
They're starting to care. I've seen a couple articles that they're like, especially with like IUDs. I've never had an IUD, but I guess like that's extremely painful. The cervix is like, dude, the cervix is so cute.
It's really okay. There was a show, my foray, is that the word I'm trying to spit out? Into comedy was a show called the Encyclopedia Show, which was a really funny show. You'd be assigned a topic. There's a banner topic and then sub topics that each performer, writers, not even comedians, but just whatever, funny people. One of them, mine was fast food, but I had to cover Taco Bell's fourth meal, which is their late night hour, right? Or late night meal. So I had to give like an encyclopedic scholastic presentation, but it had to be funny.
I love that. And that's so fun.
You were weighed on your factual accuracy, right? So you couldn't just be like all bloat because there was someone ranking you. They would fact check you on the side. My Christ, why the hell am I? Oh yeah, but there was one thing. There was something called like dead illnesses or something like that, and it was all these old illnesses, viruses, whatever, I forget, but they were from the olden days that just didn't exist. It was because the science was bad. And you were given your topic, but you were also shown what everybody else was working on. And 9 out of 10 of these like forgotten illnesses, I forget what they were all called, were all female. They were all gynecological in nature. And most of them were due to other kind of misogynistic things like corsets. And that would lead to something that they called fallen womb syndrome.
Gnarly.
And the way they treated that was with like a menagerie of plugs, right? Of all shapes, sizes.
Wow.
And these were all medical devices. So they'd fucking cinch you up here and then they'd plug you up because your organs are fucking exploding out of you, right? But that's like an outdated, that shit. Anyway, so I learned a long time ago that it's like science and medicine was really in the red when it came to women. I just can't imagine. I just the personality exchange. I had a mom. She was like a new mom, and that was the best doctor ever. Not because she mothered me, but because she was just very like cold, matter of fact. And she would say things like, "I'm not in this for money. Do you want this or not?" When it came to medicine, right?
Yeah, no, moms are great.
Like, let's just do this. Like get in the car.
I love moms. I was having terrible, like, this is in college. I was having terrible period cramps, and I was like by the lake, and I was just like laying down, and this woman walks up, and she's like, "Put your legs up," and she just like knew, and I was like, "Oh, it's so nice to like have someone that's like, no, of course this doesn't disgust me. Of course, like, you know."
On a related but unrelated note, my friends, they're married, they're hetero. But they are a very specific couple. They're very smart people, problem solvers, and very creative. And their very first date ever, my friend, who's actually, I was friends with her first. That's why I feel like I can tell this story, is that she had like, sometimes there's like a level of gas in your body where you're like, I don't know how to just like, where is it? Like where, you know what I mean? It's like, it's just different. What did I eat? What did I do? What happened?
Nothing's worse than gas.
And it only happened, it's like once in a blue moon anyway, but she was experiencing this and she was trying to like smile her way through a first date and finally just let him know, this is what I'm dealing with. And he put her in this like cat-like downward dog, like positioned her body to give her full release. And that was like I guess trauma bonding, that they're fucking married.
Yeah.
They've got kids, but that was their first date, was him helping her like rip one.
No, that's a keeper.
So she could like relax and like enjoy the date.
That's for real a keeper.
I thought that was
that's very romantic to me.
I'm not a fart joke person, but that to me is a great story.
That is, no, it's beautiful. Yeah, me and my partner both had, it okay.
I'm going to break something, trust me.
There's nothing in here really to break. The most nicest thing in here is the Wurlitzer, and you gave it more love than it's gotten lately.
It's beautiful. You need to, I'm going to be a mom about it. You need to play that.
Yeah, and I think you also need to give me flashcards of like music and stuff that I need to... like, because you were like, oh, you live in Hollywood. And I'm like, yeah, I need to... I actually worked for an old Hollywood actress. This came up in my... I'll tell you after the pod. Okay, although I think I said it in the last episode anyway. I'll tell you after.
Okay, yeah.
I actually didn't, but I talked about the family. Okay, but it was that with her. It was that I didn't know any of these movies, and she was so upset. She made me watch The Red Shoes.
Oh, see, I'm that person, but not that movie.
Yeah. That was her favorite movie, The Red Shoes.
Okay. Wait, but
I watched The Red Shoes.
You were about to tell a story about you and your partner.
We had food poisoning together and it bonded us so much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we were both like in the bathroom and rotating on the toilet. And it was like, we like held each other and we fell deeper in love. We thought we were going to die, like for real. I think we had like E. coli or something.
During COVID, first of all, when I had long hair, I had, honestly, it was the best hair year of my life. And nobody was there to see it, right? I'd walk the dog an extra, I'd do a loop and I'd be like, I didn't see anybody. And so I'd do an extra, I'd be like, someone has to see this, right? And equally, I worked in restaurants. You come across food, you know what I mean? Like I wash my hands like crazy. I was like a nuts person about it. And I think that builds up a germ, you know what I mean? Like a force field. Anyway, whatever. I had like cartoonish food poisoning. I remember being in the shower for like an hour, just being like, I don't know how to stop it. Like, I don't know what to do. Yeah. This is the safest place for me right now. It's just staying wet. You know what I mean? But oh my God, you're so trim. There's just your waistline just looks different, and the exercise cannot achieve it. There's just a difference. God bless it. And again, no one to see it. That was the whole thing. I was like, no one can see me looking fucking like the one day I had abs. It was over.
God wanted it to just be for you.
It really was.
Yeah.
Took no photos. Okay, but then we left to something else that I wanted to go back to talking about. I can't remember. Who cares? Wurlitzer. Oh, that old Hollywood lady. Do you like old movies at all?
When I watch an old movie, I'm like, I think the answer is mostly no.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that they take a long time, I think, to get to a good place. I just watched An Affair to Remember is what I'm thinking about right now.
But see, that to me, when they're like, that's a classic movie, it's so boring.
It was mostly really boring.
Burt Lancaster?
The characters I don't remember.
I forget who's in it.
That's the thing. I don't know any of the people's names in old Hollywood.
Gotcha. See, I do.
But some of then every once in a while you'll get a shot and you're like, wow, that's a beautiful shot. That's like, you don't get that as much these days. I feel in that way, where it's like anyway, it's pretty creative, but I did cry at the end.
Of An Affair to Remember?
Yeah, I did. The last scene I found really beautiful where she's sitting on she's laying on the couch. And you remember the premise of that movie?
I haven't seen, because here's the thing. There was a movie called Suncoast Motion Picture Company, which sold VHSs of mostly movies and stuff, but you could find not normal stuff. So I had a lot of RKO movies, and I had that one, but I watched it once, and it was so boring. So no, I don't remember it.
Okay, but the whole thing is they're supposed to meet at the Eiffel Tower Valentine's Day or something like that. And then she's on her way there, and she gets hit by a car. So she doesn't show up, and he's so mad. And he's bitter about her forever. He's like, I left my wife to be with her and all this stuff. But she's like, no, everyone keep from him what happened to me because I don't want him feeling sorry for me. Like, I just want to get better and then see him again.
Wait, what's the one where they're on the beach and like the waves are crashing?
That I don't know.
That's Burt Lancaster. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
I would say my era is I like all the Barbara Streisands. Yes, I'm a big.
Wait, have you seen What's Up, Doc?
I haven't actually.
Oh my God.
Okay, let's watch that.
Bogdanovich, is that his name? Peter Bogdanovich is the director, I think. I might be fucking that up.
My favorites are The Way We Were, Yentl, and obviously Funny Girl.
Wait, you haven't seen What's Up, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay, I don't go to her church. I'm not like a Barbara Streisand fag, but I will swear by that is a beautiful film. What's Up, Doc?
Okay, I'll watch it.
I'll watch it with you. Do you know who Madeline Kahn was?
Yeah.
It's her first film.
Oh, wow.
And she is hilarious in it. Oh my God.
She's my favorite.
And there's a car chase through the streets of San Francisco, but it's like 20-ish minutes of the movie. It's hilarious.
I love it.
One time we had birthday plans. Okay, my favorite place in the world, and one of my favorite places in the world is a bar in Austin, Texas. Drinking or not, it's a great place. It's called Don's Depot. It's an old train station. Don plays the piano. Don is old. Two ends. He plays the piano. His drummer is his son, who's I think older than me. Anyway, they're all old timers and they're playing, but it's good. The ladies' room is a caboose with like shag carpet, and there's this weird stripper pole thing and like candy, like red, white, striped wooden, like it's like a trip. At Christmas time, it's like festooned, But Don's Depot is a really special place. One night, I fell on the dance floor twice.
Nice.
When tall people go down, we go way down.
Wow.
It's a long fall. Wait, why am I telling you about Don's Depot? Because I was there. What were we just talking about?
Old movies, Barbara Streisand, Madeline Kahn.
Wait. Oh, yeah. So it was my birthday. My parents came to visit me in Austin, Texas, and we were sitting there watching, and they'd never seen RuPaul's Drag Race. And it was, we were just having drinks before we went out to celebrate. And I wanted them to see the lip sync for Your Life. So we were watching that, and then the program after that was What's Up, Doc? And then immediately we just canceled all of our plans and we ordered dinner because that was going to be more
I'm going to
fun.
watch it today.
It's a brilliant film. It's a little long. She only sings once.
Okay.
But holy shit, it's a funny movie.
Okay, I'll watch it.
It's really funny.
I love Madeline Kahn.
It's like there's 3 bags, and and it's the switcheroo.
I see.
One bag has like diamonds.
Love a switcheroo.
It's really fucking funny. Give it like 30, 40 to really get swinging. There's a lot of setup, but it's from a directorial cinematographic, is that the word? It's really beautiful. Peter Bogdanovich, I think.
Okay.
Is his name.
watching it. Madeline Kahn's my favorite. I love her in Blazing Saddles, obviously.
Yes.
The I'm so tired scene.
Yes.
Da, 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 da.
Have you seen Mixed Nuts?
No.
That's a 90s movie. It's Steve Martin. Everybody's in that. It's an early Adam Sandler movie. Juliette Lewis,
Okay.
Jon Stewart, Gary Shandling, Madeline Kahn. Who the hell else is in it? It's so funny. There's a trans character, and the movie's like 1995. And some people might disagree with me, but I think they nail it in a way that it is not disrespectful. They don't misuse any real words. There's a little he, sheism with it, but I don't even think they say it like that. They portray a negative home family environment that the trans character is fleeing. But then after that, the portrayal is like really kind of genuine and honest and heartfelt, and which is striking, I think, because everyone else in the movie is a fool. But Madeline Kahn is in it, and she gets stuck in the elevator.
I think we need
it's so good.
I think we need you to every episode submit like a Daniel Webb suggests
a movie
or a song or whatever it is.
Yes. Is that all I'm doing? Am I just giving Yelp reviews?
No, it's really important, and I want my listenership and myself to be on.
If you're a Madeline Hag, it's a killer. It's a great movie.
Okay,
she's really funny in it.
I will check it out. That sounds so fun. I'm getting excited. I do want to kind of start wrapping this up.
She's like, what can I say that you won't talk?
No. I love it. But we were talking as you came in about being paranoid about ICE in our neighborhood and staring out of windows and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to ask, what are you what's keeping you going? What are we living for? Mm-hmm. How's Daniel Webb surviving and
Daniel Webb surviving?
Interacting. And what can we do for Daniel Webb to help you survive?
Thank you. That's a great question. I want to ask the same of you also.
Okay.
I think it's awful, everything. I think I'll only speak for myself, but I also think I'm very lucky in this world on a macro level.
Yeah, same.
Personally,
yeah,
I'm in dire straits in some places, but I think I'm but I'm ahead in other places. You know what I mean? But
if we're talking globally, yes,
I'm fine. I'm fucking fine. But on a local level, I've help.
Yeah.
But equally lucky. I have a job in comedy, which is fleeting. Creatively, I'm painting again, which is
yes, I saw that.
Is this yours, by the way?
My partner drew this.
I love it. It's
a copy of Tolkien's Shire.
It's very Rainbow Bright. Not to drag it all back to that.
Love a full circle.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that off camera also. But to answer your question, I am a depressed person normally, right?
Same.
If things are great, it's
Same.
Every time my doctor's like, how are you experiencing any depression? I'm like, well, there's outside effects. Yes. Everything outside is the worst thing ever. I think LA is a very extreme place to live. I love LA, but right outside the door is homelessness and feces. We're in the same neighborhood, right?
Mm-hmm. World
events are dissatisfying, disheartening, horrifying, demotivating. The futility of being an artist when Gaza, right? I have friends in Tehran who can't get their family on the phone. I have friends in whose family in Tel Aviv equally, right? They're in all of it. I am a political person because I'm a queer person from Texas. Molly Ivins is my hero. You're not a queer person. You're not a woman from Texas unless you're standing up for your rights by walking out the door. So it's just implied. Being a comedian who is also that, it's in the blood. It's not an agenda. It's just is, right? And the threat against me, right? Texas was a prime petri dish example of what happens when psychopaths get into power. Ted Cruz et al., right? And I threatened everybody. I was a boss. I was a manager at a restaurant, and these two idiots, and I love them, but they told me in 2016 that they did not vote. And I read them the riot act right after I said, for what I'm about to say, I should be fired because what I said was illegal. I can't tell them how to vote, even if it's post-election. I am furious that I have to stand up for my rights for my fucking life. As I was talking about medicine earlier, that doesn't start or stop with me. People have died in my community. And people in my family don't get it. My parents' friends, their lifelong friends, don't get it. And all my artistic inspirations, all my heroes are activists innately. And as a 43-year-old gay man there's a gap in my community from people who died of AIDS. There's a generational hole in old queens and me, my age, 43. There's a big gap from political negligence, social negligence when it came to protecting people, other human beings. So the threat to humanity is real, not globally. I mean, yes, globally, but right here in our neighborhood, there's ICE snatching people off the street. There's kidnappings by masked gunmen. It ends with that phrase, masked gunmen. Fuck you if you think that they're with any kind of police force. It is masked gunmen, and they're getting it wrong 49% of the time, which I think is a low number. They're kidnapping people and disappearing them off the street. So the fight is fucking real. And that is why every single one of us has to be loud and vocal and speak out on whatever your platform is. If it's threads, I am fucking Grandpa Clapback on Facebook. I am isolating myself socially by people left and right because nobody wants to talk about what the fuck is happening right now. It's not hyperbole. It's Nazis. And I think saying it out loud empowers me as an artist and as a person because honestly, that's all I've got. I have no money. I have no clout. My career is whatever it is, but I have access to, media outlets. I have access to people hearing me along with lots of other people. And that is the only thing keeping me hanging on by a thread, other than being in my mid-40s and seeing really old queens who lived through it and still found a reason to live. So there's got to be a reason for me.
I'm like, protect Daniel Webb at all costs.
At all costs.
I'm putting...
Give me my rainbow bright band.
As my mom would say, angels all around you.
Yes.
Angels all around
and you as well.
Thanks.
How do you answer that question?
I everything you said.
Hell yeah.
For sure. I think it's bananas to be a comic right now, but I keep doing because that's what I do. And but I kind of was like, is our job to entertain? Like if society's really over, are we just like hospice workers for everyone's feelings in a way?
Patch Adams.
Yeah, Patch Adams, just like helping everyone. Oh, just get them comfortable before the end, But I don't think anything's funny unless I'm living within the whole. Like I can't really just like, I'm not a distractor. I'm too like whatever mentally ill for that. Not that I don't have any compartmentalizing. I go to work and I'm like, hey, how's your day? Here's your milkshake, whatever. But yeah, if there's not like some catharsis or acknowledgement or something infused in everything I'm doing, it's just going to depress me. If I'm at a show and people are dying and we're all just laughing and the jokes are about nothing related, I'm like, this feels sick to me.
Yes.
And it's not that I don't think people should release and have fun, but I think we should do it with some consciousness and like some pushback. Like if we're not pushing back right now, I'm sorry, but and then people are like, oh, maybe we don't have a chance. Well, I'm like, so what?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm not going to, maybe I can't stop ICE, but I'm not going to be like, oh, right this way, sir. Come on in. I'm
right.
Who am I to stop you?
Right.
I'm just a comedian. It's like, no, that's insane. Like, you cannot do that.
I stood on the corner right outside the Improv, which it's hard to get booked there because I think they don't necessarily book people who are loud about what's happening right now. I don't think that's my case, but whatever. But with a very successful, famous comedian, but I don't want to speak for her. But this is just a couple months ago, standing on the corner, and we both teared up. It was emotionally charged for other reasons, but one of the things we were talking about was it's since COVID, but especially now, and exactly what you were just talking about. And I don't want to overuse the word this dystopian, but like we're all laughing and nobody's talking about any of it. Like make that funny, whatever the job of a comedian, who cares? But personally, as a writer and stuff right now, I'm like, fucking nothing's funny. Like nothing is funny right now to me. And so that is where I'm at. I'm like, okay, well, I can't go on stage and be like, in my head, I'm like, nothing's funny. Not what my material isn't funny. The world is not funny right now.
Yeah, I'm feeling the same way.
And so, yeah, I'm in there. But then everything I just said is like that is the fucking pilot light. But it's a windy day.
It's windy.
You got to keep that little pilot light. You're like, put your hand.
Right. Yeah. Pilot. Yeah. But you can relight a pilot light too. Just keep some matches on hand.
Right. Or just, even if it goes out, just open a window. So.
One thing, I've been getting stuck a lot. I've been getting, even in therapy, she's like, what? And I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah.
And then my partner took me out on a walk. It's like, you're really depressed. We got to get you out. Yeah. Hated the walk. One foot in front of the other. Oh, sun too bright.
Yep.
Hating everything. But then this one thing cheered me up, or it snapped me out of it. And I did think it was funny, which was there was this big pile of diarrhea outside of Paramount. Huge.
Oh, amazing.
Huge. Yes. And it's really gross. It was really gross. I don't... Okay,
you can go there.
It's okay. Yeah, there was a cockroach eating it. There was a cockroach eating it, and it was a big. It was a big one.
Why does the cockroach make it so much grosser? Like, why does that add nastiness to it?
Isn't that sad for them? But they don't give a shit. But I just was laughing.
Sure.
I was like, that is incredible.
Yeah, it's art.
I went to the beach the other day. I tried to look at the ocean. I felt nothing. I still was depressed. But this like snapped me out. So I do I do need my like whatever my weird comic sense of things are to like keep me like push me back up a little bit.
I get that. It's I searched for it with like my third eye. I was like, I need to trip and I need to go to the ocean, right? And I think A, I'm just too old for that. But B, the whole time I was like, I want to go home. You know, I was like, I'm just, and I love, a little enhancement, right? I love some of that. But it's just not, it's not there. And honestly, I think just in the past like few months, actually living through what we're going through right now and seeing it, and not on a left or right side. I'm a very like, this is just as a human being, shit's wrong. People are dying and it's not okay. And wait, I freaking lost track of what I was saying. What is it? We're talking about dead people.
Tripping at the ocean.
Oh yeah. I think finally I'm angry enough. And then that's like, I'm legitimately mad. It's not like, it's not this. It actually it's fucking got in my gut and I'm mad now. And sometimes that is the only thing that can inspire me.
When I'm PMSing right now, I hope I'm PMSing if I'm in that position. You know what I mean? Like a fascist, I have to do something. I have to use that anger. Yeah, I'm capable of great anger. Great, yeah. When I have that hormonal situation, I think that's what PMS is for. I think it's for
writing.
I think it's for killing fascists.
I mean, listen, I'll say this. Nina Simone is one of my absolute heroes. Do you know about her very much? Yes, of course. Do you know that her song, Mississippi Goddamn?
Yeah.
Read her autobiography. It's really great. She takes some accountability, but I don't know her, right? Like her story is wild. She has a wild story. But
it's so funny because we'll just like hear her in Starbucks and it's like, oh, this is so nice. But then you see videos of her and she's like, are you ready to kill white people?
Boom. And there's
and I'm feeling good.
Order for Jessica Trento latte. She out loud said she left the United States because she was fed up with the civil rights movement, right? She thought that they had given up the fight. Like there's a lot of her, and she was angry when people didn't choose politics in their art. There's a lot about her, and the civil rights was a break in a lot of her artistry where she went a different way. One of her, I believe, it's her story that she was on the Malcolm X side of things. And that when she met MLK Jr., the first thing she said was, I choose violence. Like, I think that was like, she wanted to let him know where she stood, even though she counted him as a friend. And she has a song that she performs that's over 10 minutes long the day that he's assassinated called The King of Love is Dead. So she wrote her song, Mississippi Goddamn. Are you familiar with that song? It's very famous. It's a great song, Mississippi Goddamn. Because she went to her drawer. She's furious about, I forget what. There was a civil rights historical event. She opened the drawer, there's a gun, and she just wanted to go out and start killing people. And she has the gun in her hand, and instead of it, she puts it back in the drawer and wrote that song instead. But she also has a great interview where she talks about shooting a man in a cafe. The reporter's like, "Is it true you stabbed a man?" She goes, "It wasn't a knife, it was a gun." She fucking laughed. And then she also goes, "You're right." Like she's about to say, "You're fucking right." And she goes, "You're right."
Remember when everyone was so upset about Rihanna's song? The one where she kills a man. She's like, "I just shot a man down in Central Station." But the whole song was like, he like raped her and then she kills him, but she's like, "And I'm sorry." And I'm like, she's saying she's sorry in the song. She feels bad. Why are you so mad?
Margaret Cho, very like she's a kill your rapist, I think.
Yeah, I saw her at the Castro Theater when she sang that song.
Oh yeah,
that was great.
See, wait, where was that though?
Where was it? San Francisco.
No, what you were just talking about before.
What was I talking about? Rihanna?
Yeah, when was that?
That was maybe, let's see, I would have been living in Oakland, so I want to say like 2012, 13 or something.
Okay,
14.
Because I guess like 10 years prior, I'm like, Eminem has that song Bonnie and Clyde about him and his daughter with the mom in the trunk.
I know.
And they push her out in the lake or something like that.
Eminem's such a psycho.
It's so his social evolution from like an audience perspective is wild, because now he's revered. Not that he shouldn't be, but it's just like it. I don't know. He's interesting to me. I think he's very talented, but just like he was hated and nobody liked him, and then all of a sudden, he's like Hall of Famer.
That's true.
Because of Margaret Cho, we got to go. They were giving her a tour of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and my dumb ass got to go with them in the vault. It was a closet, which is things on hangers, like your closet. And
there's really a hall?
Like a vault. Okay. Yeah, like with gloves and stuff. And the lady we couldn't touch any of this stuff, but she pulls out, she's like, "This is Elvis's army uniform." And it's Elvis's army uniform. And this is Stevie Nicks' shawl. And like these are Jimi Hendrix's pants. Like all of these amazing things. But there were Eminem's sneakers. Which I thought was such a funny leap.
I know.
Right? But they had, Dolly Parton had a few things. Her shoes are the tiniest shoes you've ever seen. They are the smallest shoes you've ever seen. And then she has a rhinestone miniature saxophone.
Amazing.
This little, it's silver, like platinum with little rhinestones all over it. And on the lips, you can still see her pink glitter lipstick.
Ew.
And the lady held it with her gloves in front of me, and I went... I smelled it. That was the closest I could get. You can't touch it.
What did it smell like?
Am I getting meta? I just remember I was hoping to smell like the lipstick or something.
Yeah.
You know,
like, it's DNA. A cherry lipstick.
Yeah, no.
Let's end it there. That's beautiful. Is there anywhere you could tell my modest following to like look for anything that you're creating or putting, any social?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram and TikTok. I'm on all this stuff. I'm at the Daniel Webb. That's my website is also the Daniel Webb, and I think there's an underscore between the and Daniel on Instagram and YouTube. You can just Google my name, Daniel Webb.
So
comedy.
Funny. Please watch.
Thanks.
Every clip, hysterical.
You too. You're so funny. It's good to see you. I
remember the first time I met you.
Where?
It was at Good Heroin. You were just visiting. And you had your long hair, and you were, there's some people, you just meet them, you don't forget them.
Oh, thank you.
Impactful.
That was
so joyful and fun.
Thank you. That was a movie star moment for coming out for that show.
Yeah.
I was just in Austin, Texas.
I felt the same way.
I feel the same way now.
Thank you for joining us on Some Timeline. Don't forget to email us your thoughts, questions, songs, whatever, at sometimelinepod@gmail.com, or leave us a voicemail at 747-666 7005. Thanks to our sound producer, Seth Hover, our musical composer, Jeff Traeger, our podcast artist, AJ Howard, and I'll see you next time on the next part of Some Timeline.